new whip, right around dipped. I can see why all these basic hoes pissed.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Today we're going to be talking about Tinder dating and how it can go very wrong.
Really fast.
Yes, so I downloaded Tinder and Bumble against my better judgment from the advice of another single lady. So it worked out good for her. She went on several dates and had fun and all of this. So let me just say, first of all, I never ended up actually going on a date off of either of those sites because the messages alone were so disturbing and troubling. So I got on there and I swiped whatever way you're supposed to swipe if you like someone. Swiped right on a couple people. They connected with me as well. So that's how Tinder works. Like, you have to like them, they have to like you. And then they started messaging. Some started messaging like stuff like, do you have a pair of white yoga pants? And I was like, how are you? You know, like, what the hell? I don't even think I said anything back to that one, but anyway. And then another one would say, do you have any other photos you could send me privately, and sent me their phone number. And I was like, okay, clearly this is not gonna work. And then, I know, right? And then another one was like, could I meet your kids if we do go on a date? I would like to, like, you know, have a play date with both of our children. And I was like, I didn't even list on there that I had kids, so that was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, he would never meet my children. So anyway, I never went on a date.
A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. 8-inch bagel, that's the pipe. That bitch, I'ma ride a dick all night. A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type.
Alright guys, so Tinder dating was not my thing. Even being on there wasn't my thing. I went ahead and disabled my Tinder and Bumble accounts. And just was kind of done with that scene. So that did not last long. It maybe was like a month and I was over it. So now we're gonna go into almost dating. And Tierce, do you want to explain what that is?
So like almost dating is like, okay, we're gonna make plans to go out and then I'm gonna bail on you.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens all the time.
And it's not on purpose. Like, I swear, like, mine are not on purpose. So I'll be like, Tierce's might be intentional. So I'll be like talking to someone randomly, not being consistent with them whatsoever, and they still ask me on a date, and I go on the date, I agree to go on the date. And then like 2 or 3 days before the date, they're like, hey, so excited to see you. And then I literally like think in my head, oh, I can't, like,
I can't
even comprehend this right now. Like, I can't. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling well, honestly. I will let you know that day, but as of right now, I probably need to do a rain check. And they're like, okay, well, just let me know if you feel better on that day or whatever, or I'll do the same, like, my kid's sick, I am so sorry, you know, like, my kids are a really good excuse. That's what's been happening lately. Like, I can't do it. I just can't bring myself to do it. Maybe I'm just not ready. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that's what almost dating is, and that's kind of what I'm living right now.
Same.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, everything goes down in the DM. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
almost dating comes from the DM. And everyone knows about DMs. DMs are ridiculous right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea, your DMs are probably crazy.
Yeah, they get kind of crazy.
Same.
So my DMs normally, like, if I post a new selfie or post a new picture, it's inevitable that they'd be like, hey gorgeous, how have you been? Or haven't seen you in forever, you're looking great. Or they respond to like my story of some meme that's meant towards other girls and females about makeup, and they'd be like LOL or fire emoji, and I'm like, that was not for you. Like, what is this? So anything they can use to like get in there, yeah. So anyway, I don't respond to those normally because, not being mean, I just don't have time. So
I feel that. I feel that. If you look at any DMs right now, especially either of ours, there's probably like hundreds of messages that we just haven't opened.
Yeah,
I'm too busy for that.
Me too.
And I get some weird stuff. I mean, last week I got an offer into the Illuminati.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really, really weird. And honestly, I thought about doing it because they started out like really strong. And I was like, this kind of sounds fun.
That's kind of cool.
But then better judgment, didn't work out. But everything weird happens in the DMs. And if you're lucky and you slide into the DMs and then I give you my Snapchat or my phone number, well, then it's on me.
Right.
Everything after that is on me.
Yeah.
All right, so sticking to the like tune of dating, I remember one time you went on a date or you had a date and it didn't go great because of the awkward level. Do you just want to like tell us about that?
Okay, so yes, that date is infamously known as the Netflix date. So it's not what you think. I was invited to go actually watch Netflix and watch like a movie. I agreed to, like, yeah, this was years ago, just FYI. So a guy invited me over to his apartment. And that should have been my first clue.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I normally don't go to apartments. But anyway, listen to this. So I go to this apartment and I walk in, like most of the lights are off. There's like one lamp light on and I thought, this is a little suggestive, but let's just see how this goes. So, so the lamp light was all that was on. It was dark, which is like, okay, I did my makeup. I looked like perfect. Like I need good lighting.
Yeah.
I need to just like see like what's happening here, but whatever. It's whatever. So he starts a movie that's like kind of a scary movie. We're both like kind of standing up and he's like holding the remote and like choosing the movie. And then he selects a movie, which is like a scary movie. Like I said, it's not really my thing, but I was like, whatever. Okay. So he sits on one end of the couch. Me doing just what I naturally do at home, I went to the other end because I like to kind of like lean on the thing. Okay, this is where it was really awkward. There was like a whole lot of space in between us and I was just like kind of like, oh no, what did I do? So like at this point it's not like I can be like, oh, I'm gonna scoot by you. I was just like, well, I'm comfortable and this is where I sit at my own house, so. Okay, so like not even 2 minutes goes by and he's like, do you want something to drink? And I was like, no, I'm fine, thank you. And he's like, I'm gonna get a water. I was like, okay. I was just thinking he was thirsty. Well, he was, but not in that way. So listen, so he used that as an opportunity to like get up and then like obviously sit back down, like reposition himself like closer to me, which I guess that's what a date is for. I don't know. Anyway, I was just not into it. So I got extremely awkward. Right when he sat next to me, I felt myself like almost like lean over even more and I like stiffened up. I was just like, don't touch me. I'm like terrified right now and I don't know why. I was just like, it was not going good. It was not, I don't know, I was not feeling it. And yeah.
Date of the year.
Yeah. It ended with a very awkward like goodbye and like I had a headache like 30 minutes before the movie was over. And he's like, yeah, just call me later. I want to make sure you're okay. And I was like, okay.
Did you call him later?
I forgot.
Oh. That's the best part of the story. Okay, I forgot.
I honestly did. Like, I legit forgot to call. So, anyway.
Love that.
Yes.
That's how my dating life goes too.
Yeah, of course.
Just
yeah.
like that.
It happens, yeah. I'm so awkward. I'm the worst. Like, I will freeze up and say the worst stuff.
And then you're like, did I just say that?
Yeah, yeah.
But you can always take it back.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
yeah,
reverse.
Yeah. So that one's was the Netflix date. I have a couple others that I'm going to talk about. So we already talked about almost dating, Netflix date. Now we're going to talk about a fancy plaza date that I went on with a guy. He's like from the town that I live in, and he is very, very nice. And he lived kind of like closer to like the city. So I was like, we can meet somewhere, because I was like, I feel like you driving all the way to Sedalia to get me. And then driving all the way back, he's like, no, I need to pick you up. Like, that's what a date is. And I was like, oh, hey, that's really sweet, you know?
Yeah, that's nice.
So I didn't know he drove like a really nice, like fancy car until this night. So like he pulled up and it's like, I won't say what car it is because half of Sedalia would know.
I know.
Anyway, so he pulls up in this car and I'm like, oh, this is really cute. And he's like, oh, thank you. You know, anyway. And so I get in and we have like an hour and a half drive. Given we had never spoke on the phone, we had texted randomly, snapped randomly, but there was no like, we had to like kind of awkwardly like talk, not talk for like an hour and a half. And one of the things I remember being said was him being like, he was talking about this like fancy restaurant we were going to, which I hadn't been to before. So I was like, oh, what all do they have? And blah, blah, blah. So he was like, yeah, what are some of your favorite foods? And I just like, I kind of froze. Like, I was like, I like bread. And that's like legit, like, that's how the rest of the conversation went, even at the restaurant.
I like
bread. Like the...
Okay.
And he was like, they have bread, like they serve bread.
He's probably like, that's it? Just bread.
Yeah.
What kind of bread?
Yeah, so anyway, that was pretty interesting, just the ride there. And the rest of the night was pretty much the same tone.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah, it was fun. Looking back on it, it was fun. At the time, it was like humiliating, terrifying, horrible.
Yeah, because I like bread.
Yeah.
Not your best response.
No,
but not the
my
worst.
best moment, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you, like, my view on dating, I just don't have time for it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm not into it.
Yeah, that's what I've been lately.
Yeah, it's like I have goals and things like that.
Yeah.
So why would you date? And I'm the total package. I can't just sell that on clearance. Okay?
Right.
Like,
right.
you know the deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know the deal.
I totally understand. Yes, I'm full-time school, own a business, 2 children, and I don't really have time either. I think that's why a lot of almost dates have been happening the past like year.
Yeah, that's what we'll say
yeah,
at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
And laying on the couch watching Netflix sounds so much better.
On my own side of the couch, not having to like get terrified that someone's gonna scoot closer to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, you know? It's a
It's
no-brainer.
just comfortable.
So like on Snapchat, I think is where like the majority of like my dates come from.
Yeah. That's
Like,
kind
is that
of
the
the
same
new
for you?
thing, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Now, if they ask for my Snapchat before my number, I'm kind of like, okay, like I'm a little like more mature than that.
Yeah.
But yes, typically it'll like be like me posting a story and be like, oh, I'm gonna take you out sometime. You know, that's like their response. Now, the other night I posted a story of like how my real hair was getting longer. Now, I knew exactly what I was doing. I was like in these gray booty shorts and all this and like this little shirt. So I was like, oh, my real hair is getting longer. Like, look at this. Anyway, so I knew exactly what I was doing, but I was showing my hair, just in my defense. I kind of was. But anyway, so, because I always have extensions in and I don't right now. So I got this response, can I come stay the night with you one night this week? And I was like, and he's like hot. He's not like somebody creepy, but I was like, you can't just like stay the night with me.
Yeah, it's like
but anyway, I loved that though. I was like, and then I screenshot it and I was like, I'm so sorry, that was a total accident. Like, oh, I'm so silly, I don't even know how to use my phone.
Did he believe
but I
you?
had to. Yeah, he believed me totally. He was so sweet. He's like, no worries. Like, yeah, are you available Wednesday?
Oh my gosh.
He's probably gonna watch this because he's on my social. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna see this.
Yeah, but it's all
Hi.
good. Yeah, hi there. I liked it. I did not like it, but yeah. Anyway.
I liked it, but I did not like it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So,
Like,
yeah.
Snapchat is the way to date, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Just instant gratification.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you can easily like block your exes, things
Oh, I
like
love
that. And like,
Yeah.
I know you have some great ex stories. Like,
I do. So I'm gonna talk about a date that I went on with my estranged ex. So like, when I say estranged, it's like off and on for what seems to be like millions of years. Well, anyway, so one time we went on a date. Like I think he like came and picked me up and was like a gentleman and all that. Like opened the door for me to the car and like it's like you almost like melt because like all those feelings like rush back immediately. And he took me to this restaurant out of town too. And so like we were driving and like talking and like everything was literally like perfect. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm comfortable. It's like okay. And he's like being so nice and blah blah. Anyway, yeah. So going on a date with my ex was interesting because like when we were together, we didn't go on dates. Like we ate at home or if we went somewhere, like it wasn't a date like at all. It's just kind of what you get used to. You can get kind of complacent and you don't like to take each other on dates. You kind of take each other for granted and stuff. So anyway, it was kind of interesting. Like I felt like it was like my first date with him. Honestly, we didn't end up going on anymore after that. But I mean, it was kind of nice. I was like, oh, I actually dated you. Like we went on a date, you know, finally. Yeah. So anyway.
and like nothing changed after that, right?
No.
Like it was just like
Nothing changed.
Yeah, but at least you got to get your date experience out of the way because
Yeah.
you never got to do that in the first place.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was kind of fulfilling. So that's an interesting date you could go on. Yeah. I also went on a date with this guy. I met him here locally. He's not from here. He's from like 30 miles south of here. So I shouldn't have said that. People are gonna know who it is. Whatever. I don't really care. I'm not gonna say where I ran into him for reputation's sake. But I ran into him here in town one night, and he was like really nice and like super friendly and kept like asking for hugs and just like so nice. I think he like had some drinks and stuff. He's very like laid back and everything. And then he that night I was like, well, I'll see you later. It was nice meeting you or whatever. And because like right when he saw me, it's like he didn't leave my side. It was like a magnet. Like he did not leave my side, which was nice. He was very nice, but I could tell he was had several drinks. So he felt really bad, and so he got my number and texted me the next day. I was like, can I please take you on a date? And I'm so sorry I embarrassed myself, whatever. But he didn't embarrass himself. It was just like he was drinking.
Yeah.
So he picked me up that next day, and or like 2 days later. Like it was really, really recent, like after we met. So it was like on a Monday or Tuesday. And so he picks me up, and like I go to get in his truck, and there's like roses in the seat. Yeah, like as an apology, like I'm sorry I was like all over you, which he wasn't. He was just hugging me. He wasn't like kissing me, touching me,
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't too bad. But it was like, it was so sweet. And he was like, he's trying to make up for like, you know, him being a little intoxicated when we first met. And he was younger than me, like by a lot. And I was just like, he's so nice, like so nice. Well, anyway, so we go on a date out of town again. I kind of prefer that. Just people around here kind of.
They like to talk.
Yeah. So anyway, so we go out of town for this date, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
We went to Players in Warrensburg.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, that's...
It was fun. Yeah. It was pretty fun. Yeah. And then he drove me home afterwards, dropped me off, and then, you know, was like, it was so good to like see you and like spend time with you and stuff. He was so nice. We talked for several months after that, and I think he sent me like 3 more things of flowers. It was just as sweet as can be. Yeah. Yeah.
And then...
we'll talk about how that ended on another one.
Okay, I got you.
It's really interesting, actually.
Okay, we can have like a sob story sometime.
Yes.
Eat some ice cream. That sounds kind of fun.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. So my next... Oh, do you have any other stories?
I think like the most interesting thing dating-wise for me and like anything relationship came from my old job. Because like I used to serve at a restaurant, and you would be surprised the things that get said to servers. Like, we get some weird stuff.
I can see that.
Like, we get some weird stuff, and you kind of just gotta smile. Sometimes you're into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not. Sometimes you just want the money. And so you just gotta like, you gotta really figure out what you're wanting in that.
You can play the part if you want. Or,
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I've been called boy, honey, doll, babe, like just all the weird stuff. People used to tell me all the time, I'll take you home right now if you want me to. I'm like, girl, my shift don't end till 10 o'clock. I'm busy, okay? You gonna come sweep these floors?
Right. I'll take you home.
I'm like, whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
No, it's always really weird, but it's still a lot of fun. Like,
yeah.
I like that kind of stuff.
Definitely. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But like,
okay guys, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to our channel.
Next week we're gonna talk about seeking arrangements and dating.
Sugar baby style. So you don't want to miss it. So
it's gonna be really, really juicy.
So come chat with us next week.
Okay. All right guys, bye.
8-inch bagel, that's the pipe. That's my type, bigger, that's my type. New wrist, new whip, right around it. I can see why all these basic hoes pissed.